There are countless men of remarkable intelligence, extraordinary talent, and unlimited potential who never achieved the life they were born to live. Their failure is not caused by fate. It is not caused by a lack of opportunity. It is not even caused by a lack of ability. Instead, it comes from a series of small mistakes repeated day after day until those mistakes become habits, and those habits become chains. Every great achievement begins with the mastery of oneself. Before a person can lead others, he must first lead his own thoughts. Before he can conquer the world, he must conquer the fears, doubts, and weaknesses hidden within his own mind. The greatest enemy is rarely found outside. It often lives quietly within, disguised as procrastination, fear, indecision, comfort, or the excuse that tomorrow will be a better day to begin. Many people spend years preparing for success without ever taking the first courageous step toward it. They mistake planning for action and dreaming for achievement. Time continues moving while their ambitions remain trapped inside imagination. Success belongs to those who recognize that every moment is an opportunity to become stronger than yesterday. Every obstacle carries a lesson. Every disappointment contains the seed of an equal or greater opportunity for those willing to search for it. The strongest individuals are not those who never fail. They are those who refuse to surrender after failure. They understand that temporary defeat is not permanent unless they accept it as final. There are habits that silently rob people of greatness. Doubt weakens confidence. Fear destroys initiative. Indecision wastes opportunity. Laziness steals precious years. Negative influences slowly reshape the mind until even great dreams begin to seem impossible. You must guard your thoughts as carefully as a gardener protects valuable seeds. The mind accepts whatever is repeatedly planted within it. Fill it with confidence, purpose, courage, gratitude, and determination, and it will produce actions worthy of success. Choose your companions wisely. Every person you spend time with is either adding strength to your ambition or weakening it. The people around you influence your beliefs, your standards, your discipline, and ultimately your destiny. Discipline is the bridge between desire and accomplishment. Motivation may inspire you today, but discipline carries you forward when enthusiasm disappears. Those who rely only on emotion eventually stop. Those who rely upon disciplined habits continue advancing regardless of circumstances. Remember that opportunity rarely announces its arrival. It often appears disguised as difficulty, inconvenience, responsibility, or unexpected change. Those prepared in mind and character recognize opportunity where others see only problems. Live each day with definite purpose. Know exactly what you seek, why you seek it, and what price you are willing to pay. Success has always demanded persistence, sacrifice, and unwavering faith in a worthy objective. Never compare your journey with another person's progress. Every individual travels a unique path. The only comparison that truly matters is whether you are becoming stronger, wiser, and more disciplined than you were yesterday. The world rewards those who consistently deliver value. Become the person whose word can be trusted, whose work reflects excellence, and whose character remains steady under pressure. Reputation is built slowly, but can open doors that talent alone never could. Do not fear mistakes. Fear repeating the same mistakes without learning from them. Wisdom grows through honest reflection and courageous correction. Every sunrise offers a fresh opportunity to reshape your future. Your past cannot imprison you unless you continue carrying it. Release regret, strengthen your faith, and move forward with renewed determination. The greatest victories are won long before the world notices them. They are won in quiet mornings, disciplined routines, difficult decisions, and moments when no one is watching except your own conscience. Decide today that your life will no longer be controlled by hesitation, fear, excuses, or comfort. Replace them with purpose, faith, action, discipline, and persistence. The person you become through this process will be capable of achievements that once seemed beyond imagination. The mistakes that destroy better men are not inevitable. They are choices. And every choice can be replaced by a better one. When your thoughts become disciplined, your actions become powerful. When your actions become consistent, your character becomes unshakable. And when your character becomes unshakable, success ceases to be an accident. It becomes the natural result of the person you have chosen to become. Fear has ended more dreams than failure ever has. It is a silent force that enters the mind without announcing itself, disguising itself as caution, logic, or preparation. At first, it seems harmless. It whispers that you should wait until you know a little more, until you have saved a little more, until circumstances become perfect. Yet perfection never arrives, and while you are waiting, life continues to move forward without you. The greatest opportunities often belong to those who act with courage, while others remain trapped in hesitation. Every important decision you will ever make is influenced by either faith or fear. These two forces cannot occupy the throne of the mind at the same time. When faith rules, possibilities become visible. When fear rules, even simple tasks appear impossible. The direction of your life depends upon which voice you choose to obey. Fear rarely presents itself as panic. More often, it appears as endless analysis. A person convinces himself that he is being wise by delaying action, but deep within, he is simply avoiding uncertainty. He studies, plans, compares, and prepares until the opportunity disappears. Then he comforts himself by saying, "It simply was not the right time." In reality, the right time had arrived, but fear disguised itself as patience. The remarkable truth is that successful individuals experience fear just as everyone else does. They do not possess some magical immunity to doubt or uncertainty. Their advantage lies in their response. They refuse to let fear make their decisions. They acknowledge it, learn from it, and continue moving forward despite its presence. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision that your purpose is greater than your fear. Think of every great achievement in history. Every inventor, entrepreneur, leader, artist, and visionary faced moments when the outcome was uncertain. Had they waited until all fear disappeared, their greatest contributions would never have existed. Progress has always belonged to those willing to move before certainty arrives. Fear has an extraordinary ability to magnify problems while shrinking possibilities. It convinces the mind that failure is permanent, embarrassment is unbearable, and rejection is devastating. Yet experience repeatedly proves otherwise. Most failures become valuable lessons. Most rejections redirect us toward better opportunities. Most disappointments prepare us for greater victories than we could have imagined. The imagination is one of the greatest gifts ever given to humanity, but it becomes dangerous when controlled by fear. Instead of imagining success, fearful minds imagine disaster. Instead of seeing opportunity, they predict defeat. They rehearse every possible mistake before taking a single step. In doing so, they exhaust themselves emotionally before the journey even begins. Your mind works much like fertile soil. Whatever thoughts you repeatedly plant will eventually grow. If you continually plant fear, worry, doubt, and insecurity, those thoughts will become habits. Your actions will reflect hesitation because your beliefs have been shaped by negative expectation. But if you intentionally plant confidence, determination, gratitude, and expectation of success, your behavior gradually changes. The harvest of your life always reflects the seeds planted within your thinking. Many people surrender not because they lack ability, but because they overestimate the power of obstacles. Mountains appear enormous from a distance. Once you begin climbing, you discover that each step brings new strength. Challenges that once seemed overwhelming gradually become manageable, simply because action has replaced imagination. Fear also thrives in isolation. A lonely mind often becomes its own worst enemy, repeating doubts until they sound like undeniable truth. This is why the people surrounding you matter so greatly. Encourage relationships with individuals who challenge you to think bigger, who remind you of your strength, and who inspire confidence through their own example. A hopeful environment weakens fear, while a negative environment feeds it. Another dangerous form of fear is the fear of criticism. Countless dreams have been abandoned because someone worried about the opinions of others. Yet, those same critics rarely carry responsibility for your future. They neither build your success nor bear the consequences of your failure. If you surrender your decisions to public opinion, you surrender ownership of your destiny. The world often celebrates achievement while forgetting the uncertainty that preceded it. Every admired success story contains chapters filled with doubt, setbacks, and difficult choices. What separates extraordinary people from ordinary ones is not the absence of obstacles, but the refusal to allow obstacles to dictate their future. Fear also steals joy from the present moment. It keeps attention fixed upon what might go wrong instead of what can go right. It transforms opportunity into anxiety and possibility into hesitation. The person consumed by fear rarely enjoys today's blessings because tomorrow's worries dominate today's thoughts. Confidence is not created by wishing for it. It is earned through repeated action. Every promise you keep to yourself strengthens your self-belief. Every challenge you face builds resilience. Every difficult conversation you complete increases your courage. Confidence grows through evidence, and evidence comes from action. There will always be reasons to postpone your dreams. There will always be uncertainties that cannot be answered in advance. No journey begins with complete visibility. The path becomes clearer only after you take the first step. Waiting for absolute certainty is another way of choosing permanent delay. Your decisions shape your habits. Your habits shape your character, and your character shapes your destiny. Therefore, guard every important decision carefully. Ask yourself whether your choice is guided by vision or by fear. If fear alone is making the decision, recognize it for what it is. A barrier created by imagination rather than reality. Each morning presents an opportunity to strengthen your inner resolve. Begin your day with thoughts of gratitude rather than worry. Focus on the opportunities available instead of the difficulties ahead. Speak words of confidence to yourself. Direct your attention toward meaningful goals instead of imagined failures. A disciplined morning often produces a disciplined day. The greatest victories are often invisible in the beginning. They occur quietly within the mind when a person chooses courage over comfort, action over delay, and faith over fear. Those invisible victories eventually become visible achievements that others admire. Life rewards movement. Doors open for those willing to knock. Roads appear beneath the feet of those willing to walk. Strength develops through resistance, wisdom through experience, and success through persistent action. Fear promises safety, but often delivers regret. Faith demands courage, but frequently leads to fulfillment. Make it your daily practice to refuse decisions rooted in fear. When uncertainty appears, let it remind you that every worthwhile pursuit contains an element of risk. Let your purpose become stronger than your hesitation. Let your vision become greater than your doubts. The future belongs not to those who never experience fear, but to those who refuse to allow fear to become the master of their choices. When your decisions are guided by conviction instead of anxiety, you unlock abilities that have always existed within you, waiting patiently for the moment you finally decide to move forward with unwavering confidence.